Hey folks, we are back at livecoding.ca. Today we are back learning Rust. I was on vacation for a bit and got a little busy with work before I got on vacation. We're back and we are doing Rust. Previously I was doing a learning Rust course from Microsoft, but I'm a little rusty because it's been a few weeks. I thought I'd start up the Rustlings course, which I heard good things about too. That's what we're going to do today. I'm just gonna fix my lighting here because I look a little dark. There we go. That should be better. Yeah, I'm zoomed in. We're all good. I was just running a couple minutes late there. But yeah, like I said, we're going to be doing Rustlings. I dropped that in the chat. And we are going to get to it. I'm going to switch to coding view. And yeah, let's just clear here. What I've done far is the Rustlings link I dropped there, the GitHub repo. I basically pulled that down, follow the instructions in there to get set up with it. And what Rustlings is there, from what I've understood, it's programs that you just need to fix. There's syntax errors or maybe something's incomplete. And that's what we're going to do. We're starting from the beginning again. I know I went through that whole Microsoft course, but like I said, I'm rusty. Just kind of trying to get back into a groove of doing Rust instead of being rusty at Rust. What we're going to do is once you have Rustlings set up, you can just run Rustlings watch. And I'm just going to let that go. And you're going to see there is an error, and that's good. That's expected. This is how it works. It's going to tell you some kind of syntax error or something broken in the program, and we need to go fix it. I'm in Visual Studio Code, and at the moment, I'm going to just fix stuff within here. I've set up the repo and everything as per the installation instructions, and we're just going to go through these exercises. It's complaining about exercises / variables1 for the file to fix. I'm going to go look for that file, except I have focus on Chrome at the moment. It's not popping up there. So we're going to open up the variables1. If you're new to VS Code, Command P allows you to just search the files like this. And we're going to get to it. It's telling us here, cannot find value X in this scope. Exercise variables1. It's not found. So, okay. What I'm seeing here from the beginning is, oh, thanks for the follow, Fragility S. Yeah, what we're seeing here is, from on the surface, it looks fine. If this was JavaScript land, this would work potentially depending on your lint rules and stuff. But what's missing here is we need to actually define the variables. We need to add a let. So I'm going to run that. Now it's in watch mode, so it should rerun, and it's going to compile, and everything's working now. The way Rustlings work is there's a comment that says, I am not done. Once you're done that, you just remove it and save it. It's going to rerun again. It's because it's in watch mode, like I said. And from there, it's going to move on to another thing here. It's going to tell us at this point, type annotations needed. This is a separate file. Hey, what's up, Will? I saw you pop in there for a sec. I have no idea. Okay, I might have to change my Streamlabs. And they got you for the all caps. Well, yeah, maybe. I don't think it's that big a deal. I guess I wouldn't take offense. Yes, it means somebody's screaming at you, I guess, but I'll revise my Streamlab bot there, Will. Thanks for popping by the way. And just want to give a shout out to Will. Will is starting a new role August 23rd. A DevRel position. I'm not sure where yet because he hasn't dropped it yet, but just want to give him some big ups for that. He's been just really great in the community and appreciate having him here. Even though we're a small crew at the moment, a few more people might trickle in. We'll see. All right. Yeah, like I said, and now it's complaining in the variables2 file. We're just going to go look for that. Now, these things, if you've done some Rust before, this probably doesn't seem that difficult. I don't know, appreciate you too, man. These are starting off, I don't want to say easy because easy is a horrible word to use when you're talking about learning, but the examples start off, the difficulty is a little less here at the beginning. And because I'm just kind of doing a refresher, I'm going through the motions on some of these more rudimentary things in the language, but that's okay. No shame. And practice. Okay, it's saying type annotations are needed. So think what we need to do here is x is a number. We want to do uint, and what that is going to say is we're making it a integer, and we want to initialize it. I'm going to put it to 0 to start off with. It's going to recompile. Okay, whoops, maybe I don't remember my types. Oh, what is it? Uint 32 maybe, is it? I don't know. I'm mixing up languages and stuff. It's not TypeScript, it's not, I don't know what it is. I'm gonna go look it up for a sec here. 1 sec. Give me 2 seconds here. Yes. Because it's been a few weeks, I literally forget all the data types. Oh, there we go. U32, not uint. Okay, or U60. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna use one of those. We'll go, since it's not a large number, we'll do U16. Now this is gonna recompile. Okay, everything's good. Now it's saying, you know, if it's equal to 10, it prints 10. If it doesn't, it says not 10. We can just test that. That's not part of this exercise. It was just putting the type annotation. But you can see if it reruns here, now it says 10. This one's all good. Let's keep moving on. All right, we're gonna move to the next file. This is in variables 3. And I've only just started doing this, but I like the way the Rustlings is set up. It's in watch mode and you just fix stuff. It's a really great way to do this. Okay, let's see what it's saying here. Cannot assign twice to immutable variable x. All right, I think what we need to do here is, and just to recap, and it's also for maybe folks that are new to Rust, everything is immutable by default. So if you want to make something mutable, you have to explicitly say it, and you use the mut keyword. If I save this now, the initial value is going to be 3, but then you can say x equals 5 because it's a mutable variable at this point. That's good. And again, I see some other people are popping in here. We're just kind of going through some of the motions of getting back into the swing of things with Rust here. Using the Rustlings course, just dropping it here again. Check that out. I previously did a Microsoft one, and I'm gonna find the name of it because I should have prepped for this. I'll find it. There it is. It's called Take Your First Steps with Rust. Okay, I'll drop that in there. This is what I did previously. I found it's pretty solid, but again, like I mentioned, because there's some people that just joined, it's been a few weeks since I've been streaming on my own stream. I stream on the dev Twitch stream a lot on Wednesdays, but I was on vacation for about 2 weeks in the past month, and in between that work, I had a bunch of things to do. Wasn't able to stream that much on my own stream. Anyways, okay, now let's see what it's saying here. We're in the variables 3 file. Okay, failed. Borrow of possibly uninitialized variable x. Okay, this here is, let's see here. It's mutable. It's 3 here, and then it's gonna be 3 here when it gets printed out. And then we're not supposed to change this line, and then it's supposed to print out. What is wrong here? I might have to do some of the hints here. It says use of possibly uninitialized x. I'm not sure why it would be, but as you can see here, I've mentioned this on my past Rust streams. I really like Rust because the error messages or any kind of information it gives you is very explicit. It's telling me to run rust explain e0381. If I run that, so it's saying it's possibly uninitialized. This is 100% uninitialized in this example here, but the thing here is we have it set. So I'm kind of not really sure why it's complaining. Let's do, I think you can do a hint. Let's see, it's mutable. Well, let me think about this for a minute. We say it's mutable. The x is equal to 3. We print it out, and then we set it to x equal to 5. Why would x potentially not be set to anything? I'm guessing it has to do with the mutable value here. But the thing I don't understand is, from what I remember in Rust, is this is set here. This is guaranteed to be there. And then we're setting it again, which should still be guaranteed. I'm not really sure why. I think we can run Rustlings 3. Okay, it's saying variable bindings are immutable by default, but here we're trying to reassign a different value to x. There's a keyword we can use to make a variable binding mutable instead. Yeah, better. Oh, I know what the problem is. I'm in the wrong file. I should have read that. Variable 4. This is all. It's variables 4. Okay, okay, this makes more sense now. Okay, let me get out of here. Here it's clearly uninitialized. And I'm kind of laughing at the closed captioning right now because it said whatever I just said, it says Tamara Bolt Cats. I'm not sure why. Anyways, that's just kind of cracking me up. Anyways, but yes, this is 100% uninitialized. If we do 0 and save that, okay, it says number 0. Everything seems okay. All right, that's all good. We're done this one. That's gonna recompile. The compilation seems a little slow to me, but my computer's pretty fast. I don't know if that's just the watch mode in Rust, maybe? I'm not sure. Okay, now we're complaining about mixing some types here, it looks like. Let's open up variables 5. Okay, we're saying let number equal to the string 3. It's saying don't change this. And then it says print, spell a number, and then it will output 3. Because if we, let's just comment this out for a sec, and let's save that. It's going to compile successfully, and it spells out 3, okay, which is expected. Now if we do this, okay, it looks like it can't do it because we're setting number to equal the number 3 now, instead of the string number here. Now, you might be thinking, well, let's just make this mutable. We can change the value, but the problem is you have to keep the same type. This is a string here. That is impossible. But there's something in Rust called shadowing of variables. You can redefine a variable like this, and if I compile this, this is gonna go ahead and it compiles now. Now, I still find it odd that you can do this, but from my understanding, the way it works is you set it to the string value here, you print out the string value. At this point, you get to here and you set it again using the shadowing of a variable to the number 3 now. At this point, this is no longer accessible because you've shadowed the variable. I was reading a bit about shadowing when I was on vacation, and I think the use cases could be like, sometimes you have a temp variable because you're trying to do something with that previous one, but the context of it really is still whatever that variable name is. It's kind of like you want to keep the same thing instead of doing, for example, I don't know, this is a horrible name, but if you said number, versus number string, like that's just terrible naming. And this kind of allows you to say like, I'm just going to keep the same variable name and go with that. And the only thing about this though is I've done these in the tutorials in the previous course I took. It still doesn't feel natural to me, and I feel like it could cause confusion, but it is a feature there. I haven't used it a lot aside from the tutorials because I haven't really done any real world Rust development yet. I think once I get into doing some real world Rust development, it might become more apparent why it's valuable to do this. Let's see here. Hey, Latjor. In terms of memory management, it's the way Rust works from what I've understood is you allocate things and they're guaranteed to exist. And then I don't know if it's garbage collection. I think in this case, when you shadow the variable, I would guess it's a new place in memory, but I wonder about that. That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that, but I could see that being interesting as a way to kind of keep it in the same spot maybe, but I really don't know the answer to that. Great question though. Okay, we're done this exercise. I feel like I'm gonna get stumped on these soon because it's been like literally 3 weeks of doing no Rust. Okay, let's see here. What did it not like? Now, okay, yeah, in variable 6, let's go to that file. Okay, const number 3, missing type for const or static. Okay, I guess when it's a constant, you have to explicitly put the type. If we do int 32, should compile. Oh, whoops. The types before. I'm getting mixed up with TypeScript and Rust, I think. Is that right? Now I'm confused. Where did I put it? If I go back to variables, let mute variables to, yeah, it is like that. X U6. Okay. All right. That was right. Oh, I know what the problem is. Again, the types. I'm mixing up languages. I32, 32-bit integer. Yeah, no, like you're saying, Latjor. Yeah, that could be a benefit of it because you're not, you are still real, like you're overwriting that memory, I guess, but it's in the same spot. So it doesn't have to go searching, maybe. Yeah, it'd be interesting. I should probably get somebody on the dev stream to talk about Rust. Maybe Chris Biscardi or maybe even somebody from the Rust team. Okay, this compiles fine. It's all good. Okay, let's see here. That's all good. Okay, now we're looking at functions1.rs. Let's look at that. Okay, what's it saying here? Cannot find function call me in this scope, which is true. It does not exist. I guess we could create the function. And as we're doing this, you can see that's GitHub Copilot in action too. I got access to GitHub Copilot. It's pretty neat. There you go. We've defined the function and I just put in a print statement and boom, we've got it working. Again, the other thing too I like about Rust is it formats automatically. It's been a while since I did C#, but pretty sure C# does this well too. This doesn't happen automatically in JavaScript or TypeScript land, but with linting rules and prettier, this all gets handled. That's all good. We're done here. And let's move on to the next one. Let's see what it's saying here. Functions 2. All right, let's see what it's saying here. Call me num. All right. And we're going to define a type here. We'll say I32. The parameter is num and it has a type now of, and we can see up here it's being called with the number 3. That should work. And then in here it's going to loop. It's going to say for I in 0 to 3. And let's see what's going on here. I got all kinds of notifications. Okay. 2 seconds here. Just got to respond to a family member about something really quick. Okay. All right. This one's all good. I'm going to remove the I am not done. Let's save that. It's going to compile. And that one's all good now for functions 2, like we can see. I'll make this a bit bigger just so folks can see it a little better. I think it's still pretty decent size, but all right. We're going to go into functions 3. And let's come back here. Okay, what's it complaining about here? Okay, cool, right. The function takes 1 argument, but 0 arguments were supplied. That makes sense. So this is kind of like from the previous one, we saw 3 was passed in. So, and this is, if this was JavaScript, this wouldn't complain. If it was TypeScript, it probably would. But given that this is statically typed and it's also, this is just it's an actual compilation error. You need to pass in a parameter. We're gonna put 3, save that. That should run. This will look exactly like the previous one. And again, some of these are not that difficult, but it's again, I'm just getting back into the swing of things with Rust here. And it's kind of fun. It's a little satisfying just getting these to pass. All right, let's go to functions 4. Okay, and it's saying expected type found, comma. I'm in Visual Studio Code, but you can see the Rust language or Rust analyzer is telling me something's not right here. Let's see here. Function, sale, price, and then we don't need this arrow. Or is it the type? It's, I wonder if you, okay, no, sorry, that is right. That's the return type. Okay, let's put that. Okay, I'm getting a bit of assistance from GitHub Copilot here. Yeah, this is how you designate the return type for a function. In TypeScript, it would have been a colon, but anyways. Okay, that's good. Let's compile that. And okay, that's all good. Yeah, and apparently the sale price is $48. Okay, let's move this. Okay, let's see what the next one is complaining about. We're gonna go into functions 5. Alright, so... Alright, which one is it complaining about here? Yeah, one sec here. We're in functions 5 RS, and it's saying mismatch types. Expected I2 found brackets. Okay, I think we need to... No. If we do a return, I don't think it's going to change anything. Really? Is it working? I'm confused here because I thought if the last thing in a function is just some kind of expression, it gets returned, but it looks like that did fix it, because if I undo it, let's let it rerun again here. Yeah, okay, it's complaining. Oh, maybe if I remove the semicolon, what does that do? Oh, interesting. So, okay. I either missed this when I did the previous course, but it looks like if you want to return something implicitly, it's the last line in the function, but you don't add a semicolon. Okay, that's interesting. So, or, just gonna put this in here, or return num 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 with the semicolon. Just gonna write that down for myself. Okay, that one's all good. Let's close that. Okay, now what's it complaining about? IF1. Okay, IF. Let's see what's going on in here. It's talking about mismatch types again. Okay, let's see here. There's a function, and it's not returning anything right now. Okay, let's see here. So we got some unit tests in here. Let's see here. I'm gonna close this for a sec just to read it a little better. Okay, we have a test here. I remember this from the previous Rust stuff. You add this and it indicates that this is a test here. And we have this module test, and then we're testing that assert equals 10 is bigger 10 comma 8. 42 is bigger than 32. So, okay, this should actually return. Well, let's do this. Complete this function to return. Okay, let's say if A is greater than B, yeah, return A, and else return B. Yeah, that makes sense. Got some GitHub Copilot stuff going on here, but let's open up the terminal. So, okay, if A is greater than B, return to yeah, 42. Yeah, okay, so that all works. All we did here is we just added some logic here to check which number is bigger. Yeah, that's all good. Let's get rid of that. Let's see here. I'm gonna do time check. It's not gonna be super long stream. Yeah, we got about 20 minutes. Let's close this. Okay, we're in IF2, or I guess it's if2. Just clued in there. Phys if foo. Okay, let's see what it's saying here. Mismatch types again. Expected string found integer. If physish equals phys foo. Okay, we got tests. We're doing kind of test-driven development here now. This is what we want to expect. Phys if foo. If we pass in phys, it's supposed to return foo. That is good. And fizz is foo for fuzz. We return bar. Instead of returning 1, we want to return bar. And let's see if the test passed here. Okay, there's one failure, which is fine. Okay, those 2 tests are passing. Now that's the last one. Literally anything. Okay, then return that. Okay, I'm gonna do this way first, but this can actually use, whoops, we do this, else, pass. Now this is gonna pass. Return food. What's it complaining about? Fish. Oh, yeah, should be else. That should be okay. One failed. What's it complaining? If fish equals bar. Oh, whoops. Yeah, that's my bad. Let's see what the test says. I gotta put in fuzz. Okay, that should pass. Okay, now this is all good. It's been a while, but I want to remember what we do for pattern matching in Rust. And again, this is just because it's been a few weeks. I just don't remember the syntax. Okay, yeah, we should do this. Yeah, let's just try this for funsies. Okay, let's do this. We're gonna say match physish, and we're gonna say fizz, and then we're gonna say return foo, and then if it's fuzz, I'm gonna return bar, and then anything, we're just gonna say baz, and I'm just gonna comment this out temporarily. Match fizz, but that should be good. If I run that, and it does work. And we can validate this because if I just say FOOO, okay, one failed. There we go. This is, I definitely like this, the pattern matching, or sorry, this whole thing here over all this. It just seems clear. Let's save that. I'm gonna have to jump off in about 5-10 minutes here. We'll just do a few more here. Let's go to quiz 1. So, okay, calculate, cannot find function, calculate apple price. The function doesn't exist. So, okay, and I've got GitHub Copilot helping me out here. Let's see here. So, it looks like we're just multiplying it by 2. Let's say price, and we'll say price times 2, and then that should pass. Okay, wait. Oh, whoops. I-32. One fail. Verify test panic. What did it not like? 35. Oh, okay, whoops. 70, 40, and 65. It's not multiplying it. In the case of, I don't know. We could do pattern matching again. We could say match. I'll just say, whoops. And then we'll say if it's 65, we'll say price. Otherwise, did I do that right? Oh no, whoops. It's like this. Is that the syntax? I'm rusty and dusty. Hold on a sec here. Match physics. Oh, it is double arrow, sorry. That should work. If it's 65, just return the price. Otherwise, times 2. Maybe they were expecting some more elegant thing, but that seems to work. All right. Pattern matching for the win. Okay. Let's look at this one. Move semantics 1. I think we'll finish off with this one. It's saying, cannot borrow vec1 as mutable as it is not declared as mutable. We want to make this mutable. Let's save that. And we're all good. All right. I'm going to wrap it up for today here because I've got some errands I got to run. But thanks for hanging out, and we'll resume this again next Tuesday. Thanks for everybody who stopped by, and I will see you next week.